In response to a desperate plea from my old friend, Captain Donald Varley of the USS Yamato, I am running a grave risk by taking the Enterprise into the neutral zone. Varley's request was prompted by dangerous malfunctions which have been plaguing our sister ship.
How's it going out there, everyone? This is W.F.S, and today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite episodes that come from Season 2 of Star Trek The Next Generation. Episode 11, Contagion. Now this, to me, was a real good story. I don't have too much to nitpick about it. There is at least one thing I do have a problem with here, though. We'll get to that in a little bit. But for the most part, I honestly think this is one of the better episodes to come out of Season 2. And it's been said before that Season 1 and 2 had their difficulties, and according to articles I've read, Star Trek The Next Generation really didn't find itself till the end of Season 3. Now, I'm going to make some arguments about that. I think Season 2 was the beginnings of something very good, and then once Season 3 kicked in, we really were on a roll. But going back to this episode here, Contagion, you know, the one where the USS Yamato is destroyed by a virus on board, transmitted by an Iconian probe. This is the episode where we are introduced to the Iconians, which they went a little more detail into in DS9 with the rogue Jemadar taking control of one of the planets that the portals or the gateways was on. The Iconian story was just one that I found very, very interesting. The idea of an alien race with technology so advanced that they can use portals to travel to different parts of the galaxy and get a reputation as being conquerors. And it was just, to me, something that was so good. I mean, history, the old expression, to the victor go the spoils. Obviously, the Iconians made a lot of enemies in their time, and the proof was in the fact when the Enterprise found the Iconian planet, it looked like there was evidence of an orbital bombardment on the planet, and that they used their technology, the portals, to escape to various parts of the galaxy. And once the Iconians were gone, the ones who wiped them out spread stories about the Iconians being warlike. History is a very interesting thing, and as I said before, to the victor go the spoils. The Iconian story to me was just, it was a good story filled with archaeology, Indiana Jones style right there, and at the same time science fiction. It was a good blend to me. As much as I liked the episode, there were two things about it. One in particular that bothered me, but we'll get to the one that bothers me in a minute. It's just the one other thing here that is puzzling to me. According to this episode, the Iconians died out over 200,000 years ago. Over 200,000 years ago, the Iconians died out, and their technology managed to stay viable, stay functional throughout that time, no one maintaining it. And yeah, I know someone's out there going to argue with me that there was automation that probably maintained everything, but even that had to break down sooner or later. You have automation repairing automation and monitoring itself. I guess I have a hard time accepting that. And the fact that, again, a 200,000-year-old civilization and their computer technology was able to transmit a virus up to the Enterprise, and it was able to rewrite the Enterprise's software. That, to me, is just, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. But again, it's over 200,000 years old. I just don't know if that is even possible for that technology to remain functional. I said a little while ago that the bulk of the episode was good. I thought the story was a solid piece of storytelling. The problem that I have really is just with this one little scene right here that sets the whole thing in motion.
The Iconian probe scan. Was it an attempt at communication? If only I knew what we were dealing with here. Personal log. I'm unable to send an away team to the surface of Iconia, nor can I scan the energy source on the planet because of these maddening systems failures. It's infuriating to be stopped at the threshold of a dream by one's own ship. We're leaving orbit to rendezvous with Picard. If his people can't help us repair the Yamato, I must convince him to continue this exploration. The future well-being of the Federation may well depend upon it.
So let me see if I understand this correctly. The captain of the Yamato allows the ship to be scanned by an unknown alien probe, has no idea what the heck this thing is going to do to his ship. He lets the ship get scanned, and hours later the ship starts falling apart, systems failures, over 18 crew members lost, engineers lost, when the ship's computer deactivated a force field in an open shuttle bay. And the only explanation that they can come up with is to blame it on the design flaw, not the probe that had scanned the ship several hours earlier.
Captain, magnetic seals in the antimatter chamber are decaying.
Captain! Donald, come in! Shields up.
Captain Volley was like Picard. He was very much into archaeology, and that obsession got him killed. I mean, because if he was not that obsessed, and yeah, he had valid reasons to go to the Iconian planet because of their technology, but at the same time, he allowed his ship to get scanned by unknown alien technology, which destroyed his ship and nearly destroyed the Enterprise. Honestly, his judgment in this case stunk, and it got him killed. The episode itself, Contagion, was really enjoyable. I absolutely loved it. And I know there's going to be people out there who will say, oh, well, if you loved it so much, why are you picking on it? Why are you ripping it apart? I'm not ripping apart the whole episode. I just noticed that Captain Volley's decision was a bad one, and it caused so much to happen. And if it wasn't for Volley and his obsession with the Iconians, they never would have found the Iconian homeworld. I get that. But still, it doesn't ignore the fact that his judgment in this case caused the life of over 1,000 people. Well, I would love to know your thoughts and comments on this particular episode. What did you think of Contagion? More to the point, what do you think of my comments about Captain Volley? Please drop those comments below and let me know. And until the next time, my friends, God bless.